Call James Stewart. Chall, sorry.
It's all right, Mr. Speaker. It's been one of those weeks where I was called Mr. Grey by the Speaker twice the other day, so just enjoying the references to 50 Shades of Green. So, Mr. Speaker, I rise in support of Dr. Kennedy Graham's Register of Pecuniary Interests of Judges Bill, which is a very good, if perhaps doomed, piece of legislation. This week sort of filled out my own pecuniary interests register, and it occurred to me, while it didn't take a long time, unfortunately, it would have been a more interesting exercise if there was more to put on it. But it occurred to me that while that could be seen as onerous and inconvenience, that the time it takes to fill out our own pecuniary interests gets in the way of some of the other work that we could be doing, that it is actually that actually it's there to protect us, that it serves us, it covers our backs, and in fact that is the intention of Dr. Graham's bill. It is not designed to make things more difficult for the judiciary. It is not designed to get in their way. It's actually designed to remove from any doubt the notion or the perception that there may be conflicts of interest in their judicial role. So we know that New Zealand has a world-class independent judiciary. The point of the bill is to strengthen the judiciary by further increasing transparency and strengthening public perception and trust in the judiciary. Last year, we progressed the Organised Crime and Anti-Corruption legislation bill through the House, and as we did so, it was noted by a number of speakers to that bill that New Zealand has for many years been in the top 3, if not number 1, countries seen as free of corruption, according to the Transparency International Index. It was also noted that in order to maintain this hallowed position, we can't afford to stand still. We have to continue to advancing our standards, and as technology changes and as public expectation changes, we need to maintain our competitive positioning. As a New Zealander living in London for many years, working for one of the world's leading assurance businesses, I was very aware that I was accorded extra respect because I came from a regarded as having one of the world's least corruptible cultures. So we know that we can't rest on our laurels, and that was the intention behind Dr. Kennedy's bill. On the 1st of November last year, the government signed up to the Open Government Partnership, which includes in its declaration the following words: "We acknowledge that people all around the world are demanding more openness in government. They are calling for greater civic participation in public affairs and seeking ways to make their governments more transparent, responsible, accountable and effective." This also obviously applies to the arm of government which is the judiciary. So we acknowledge that open government is a process that requires ongoing and sustained commitment. Dr. Graham's bill adds a dimension to this country's ongoing quest for ever greater openness, accountability and public trust. So I recognise that this bill is not going to make it through the House, but I do want to recall that when this bill started in its opening stages, there was a great deal of collaboration both in the Select Committee and between the Greens, the National and the Attorney General was heavily involved in it. It was sort of widely acknowledged that it has good intentions. So we do intend, as this bill finds its way to legislative heaven, my colleague David Clendon will be moving a standing order paper, an amendment to the Judicature Modernisation Bill at the committee stage that brings some of the principles of Dr. Graham's bill forwards into that bill as well. So does have good intentions. It is designed to enhance transparency and trust in the judiciary, and we hope that David Clendon's SOP makes it through on the Judicature Modernisation Bill. We commend this bill to the House.